Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Radiant
we're going to
team
be here with another game of Dota 2. This time going to be in the losers bracket semi-finals. This is going to be Honor Among Rats versus Power of Eagles in the WarDota 1 Season 1 playoffs. This is going to be basically casting Erasmus TV, but I am not alone. Some people say it's a decline from Celebrity Big Brother for being too well known.
5 seconds
Other
remaining.
people say that PPD has been advised against taking
Dire
him due to the
team
high
ban.
sodium content. All we know is he's called The Maker.
Huge shout out for all the fans who are actually on Hitbox, and I just want to say
Radiant
thank
team
you. Actually, I didn't expect us to have that many viewers. Like, I was expecting 5 to 4 maybe.
Oh yeah,
Dire
it's actually
team
been rather
pick.
surprising, as in, I will note that my experience on Hitbox has been slightly more positive, and in, like, I remember when we had the Dota 2,
DGM, yeah.
where the chat was surprisingly well behaved up until the point where we mentioned the chat was surprisingly well behaved.
Then it went to shit. Then it just
Yeah.
went down the or out the window. It was
Up until that point, it was surprisingly
it was
good.
made like, yeah, it's been. I actually have better experiences
10
with the
seconds remaining.
like with the hitbox community in general
5
than the
seconds
Twitch
remaining.
one. Like, people are a lot more outgoing and friendly. But
Dire
yeah.
team pick.
So game 1, Honor Among Rats versus Power of Eagles. Huge shout out to Admiral Bulldog as well as Shiver for being amazing. Of course, he's not going to be playing today. It's just his stand-ins. We're going to be seeing Aladdin, Denny, Shagger, Polar Bear, and Arts of Meepo. So hopefully we're going to be seeing some Meepo today. But the Bristleback from last game that we did not see is going to be this game. So could be a favorite hero of Power of Eagles, I
Radiant
guess.
team
Possibly, as in
pick.
it was banned out pretty quickly. Maybe we did see the whoever the name was, Electronic Grizzly.
Yes.
We did see them ban it out like practically first ban, so they might
Radiant
know something
team
about
ban.
Power of Eagles. As in, we do see that these teams do tend to play against each other quite a bit. As in Power Eagles, they are a Finnish squad coming in right now. They did just lose to Electronic Grizzly, end up getting a first round in the first winners bracket round
10
victory,
seconds
so to say,
remaining.
over Mistral due to the fact that Mistral didn't turn up. And Honor Among
Dire
Rats, I
team
think they
ban.
won round 1, but then ended up dropping down. Let me quick look. I've got these stats all here, as I'm even prepared and stuff. So actually, oh no, Honor Among Rats ended up losing round 1 against Obscene Esports, beat
Radiant
Adex
team
in
ban.
the first losers bracket round before coming up to here against Power of Eagles. And whoever wins this will go up against Pornography in the losers bracket finals. Well, losers bracket
Loser bracket
semi-finals,
semi.
yeah.
Yeah.
It gets weird when there's losers.
Yeah, when
10
there's
seconds
finals in the
remaining.
lower bracket, it's yeah.
5
So
seconds
Rubik,
remaining.
Witch Doctor, wow.
Now, they're two heroes I wasn't expecting to get first picked, especially
Reserve time.
Rubik. Now, Rubik is he's a hero that isn't picked that often. He's considered to have very, very weak laning. His and unless he can get that big ultimates off, he's very often underperforming. Yes, he's kind of got pseudo stun to some extent, but doesn't really do very much damage. His nuke takes too much mon to really spam it. On the other hand, though, it does kind of limit Power of Eagles' options. In the sense of now, you know, they can't go for an Earthshaker. They can't go for any hero with those big, nice ultimates to
Dire team ban.
really go up against. And to some extent, picking up a first to Rubik pick does give you a lot of drafting power. Whether they can use that to counteract the lack of actual game power that Rubik gives, well, we'll have to see.
Yes, and with the Venge Bristol, I really like
10
the opening from
seconds
Power of
remaining.
Eagles with the Bristleback and the Venge aura, as well as
5 seconds remaining.
the minus armors that gives. It's like I think it's gonna be
Reserve
hard
time.
for Honor Among Rats to really win this game right now based on their Rubik and Witch Doctor. They're not, as you said, it's not the best set of laners, and their ganking position. Brewmaster, okay. So a bit of
Radiant
mid game.
team pick.
Yeah, Brewmaster, actually, right up until DAC, was actually the most picked banned hero in a competitive Dota. Obviously, after DAC, everything, somehow Sniper became a
Yes.
competitive hero. Not quite sure how that happened, but
No,
it
but
did.
Things went a bit crazy at DSC. yeah. And
Again, it is like what we say, that big LAN events kind of get a very fast evolution of metas. Maybe even
10
inbred a little bit.
seconds remaining.
yeah, it was crazy. Like, you would see Shadow Fiend, Vengeful, Witch Doctor,
5
Lion
seconds
every
remaining.
game. Like, every game. Hands down, every
To be
game. And
fair,
Axe,
Lion
like,
was up at that point.
that's true.
Reserve
But like,
time.
Shadow Fiend was really not picked up like at all. That like consistently, I feel like, in any pro.
Oh no, as in he was a very, very...
Dire team
He was a
pick.
very inconsistent pick due to the fact he's very easy to gank, because he's got absolutely no laning strength, let's say, in terms of being able to stop those mid-game, early-game gankers that teams are very, very popular at doing.
And we saw Chen a bit as well, with Puppy, I guess, picking mostly Chen, right?
To be
Enigma?
fair, the fact that Chen got buffed, it means Puppy is going to pick Chen.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like,
10
The only reason why he
remaining.
wasn't picked up was because he was at one point terrible.
exactly, he was bad.
5
So you think we're gonna be
seconds
seeing, like,
remaining.
do you think Chen is gonna be part of the TI5 kind of, core? Like, you can still pick Chen, but he's not gonna be your, like, is he gonna be,
Radiant
is
team-
he gonna be drafted at TI?
If Puppy gets to TI5, which I would guess he will,
Yeah, most likely.
he will be
Dire
picked at
team
TI5
back.
at some point, just because, Puppy loves Chen.
Yes. So Storm Spirit, is it a good Storm Spirit game, you feel like? Look at the heroes right now. Is it?
I'm not that fond of Storm Spirit right now, because they've got a lot of
10
lockdown.
seconds remaining.
It's not a lot of easy to chain lockdown, to be honest. But at
Five
the same
it's-
time, if
seconds
Invoker gets a
remaining.
fast Orchid and goes across Wex, then Storm Spirit is not going to have a fun time.
Reserve time.
And Honor Among Rats gonna be the last ban here for them.
I think for the last band coming out right now,
Radiant
Power of
team
Eagles,
ban.
Ember
Or at least-
Spirit. Okay, sorry.
As in-
Yeah.
Honor Among Rats, I'm not quite sure why they banned out the Ember Spirit. I wouldn't have really seen that as a huge threat. On the side of Power of Eagles, we do see right now that Honor Among Rats, they do need some kind of carry. Although they are going to ban out the Clockwork now,
Dire
that's a
team
very
pick.
surprising ban. Considering the fact that either Brewmaster will probably go on the offlane.
It's a
we are gonna see
Meepo.
Meepo.
Radiant
I would.
team
Okay, I was
pick.
gonna say I would love the Jug, but then I see the Meepo and I'm like, nah, I don't want to see it.
Also, it's a little bit impossible to pick the Jug up because he's banned.
It's actually that. I think sometimes it's important to look at your screen and see what heroes are actually banned.
Looking compared to most people I play with in public MMR, looking at your screen is overrated.
10 seconds remaining.
But on a serious note, PA.
5 seconds
Get the
remaining.
PA. I love the PA.
As in, PA would be a pretty good pickup right now. Although Meepo, there is the
Reserve
issue in the
time.
fact that there's a lot of magic damage on the side of Honor Among Rats, and PA could just simply get nuked down. As in, Meepo, up until the real late game, in which case he's got like 5 billion Meepos doing 5 million damage, up until that point, he does all his damage as magic, with his little poofs.
What do you think? Void maybe instead, or
Void could work, as long as he picks up the Invoker, and the Rubik, and possibly the Witch Doctor. I'd say there's not a very good carry hero to pick up per se. The only real way that they can win this is to try and go for super duper early game, and you might just go for simply something like a Sven. Just simply go for a Sven.
yeah, just go
simply
Sven
go
and just
super
cleave
duper
him
early.
down. Could be
Yeah.
could be the case. Yeah, make a lot of sense as well. You got Ogre, you got Venge, Storm Spirit could be your initiation, and
'Cause-
Bristol just running around being a nut. It's gonna be a Shadow Fiend. Okay, it also makes somewhat of sense, I guess,
I'm
with the
not-
minus armor he provides, and
I'm not
I
sure
mean,
if I like that per se, because we've already got a Storm Spirit. And Storm Spirit needs to go on the offlane, meaning we're going to have a safe lane Shadow Fiend, which doesn't usually have that much power. And the thing is that we all...
could be a safe lane Storm and then have one up. Delinquent Habits. He did play the Invoker last game, so probably not him. He's not gonna be carrying. It's gonna be
Probably Shadow Fiend. But
it's gonna be one up. Yeah, it's gonna be one up picking up the Shadow Fiend. Yeah.
But it does mean he's going to have to go for the unusual damage build.
Yes, the
Who thought we'd been saying that?
Yes. Wolfshire are going to be on the Meepo. That's surprising. I thought it was going to be Art of Meepo being on the Meepo, but nope.
Aww.
10 seconds
That just makes me sad, because Honor
Yeah.
Meepo has to play Meepo.
Exactly.
Even if he's not any good at it.
No, he doesn't. Like, it doesn't matter. He has to play that Witch Doctor. Just a bit of an early pause. Like, it's never a Dota game for the casters if we don't get a pause out immediately.
Back in my day, I once had a Dota 2 game without a pause.
Yes. Like, do you know when? Like, is there any game we've casted that hasn't had a pause?
I think we have. As in, it has happened. I've probably written a diary somewhere about it. Like, today was a good day.
no pauses.
A Dota 2 game happened. There was only one pause.
I hope
There-
you play first time. Mapo too strong? I don't know. He's good. I'm searching for the caster's home.
I don't know whether that means.
Why
What?
you do this?
Good luck setting fire to my house in the UK. It's just raining all the time.
Yes. Denmark isn't really that. The hate for the casters are real. Because he's just okay.
That's okay.
Okay. Well played. Rubik is actually a core now.
And they banned both.
Okay, it's good. Polar Bear has a plan.
I know more of the casters. Sadly, 3. I used to be 4K, but I had a huge, like, devastating loss streak, which knocked me down to 3.4. Which sucks. Although now, although now I'm probably going to drop a little bit more as I've got to go learn how to play mid within 10 days. Because I'm going to a LAN event and someone wants me to stand in as mid.
Oh wow. I used to be a tour priest.
But either way, we are going to be going live.
Yeah, we are
very,
gonna be
very
going into
soon.
the game. There we go. Yes, 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 yes.
We got all
I wish
10
you could
players
post
in.
like images on the chat in Dota 2. That would be fun.
I think
like
it's called
just-
a screenshot. We have the technology. We can do this.
Yes, we can do it. We have the resources.
But we don't want to spend a lot, so.
So yeah, we're just waiting.
Slowly
Patiently.
waiting. And that is actually one of the. I'd say that's one of the small disadvantages of casting amateur Dota in that you have very little to talk about these teams.
Oh no, Rosetta Stone. He's gonna. Oh no. Oh no. Line 1v1 save hero. Oh my god.
Getting called out.
Oh shit. Oh no. He just realized the casters don't know what they're talking about. Okay.
No.
No.
But either way, we are going to be going live with. Ooh, actually, I want to mention something before we start off. Look at the banners on Honor Among Rats.
What do you mean the banner? Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Wow, that's nice. What about their oh that's cool. That's actually pretty nice.
Yeah, that is actually pretty sweet. But either way, we are going to be going straight to live with this game. Looks like no more pauses, as we are going to be here with our, I think, third game of the night. I'm starting to lose track as we do. Are going to be having Meepo here, played by Wolf Shagger. We've got Rubik picked up by Art of Meepo. Polar Bear going to be playing Witch Doctor. Down here on the off lane, we're going to have Saladin on the Brewmaster.
30 seconds to
And
battle.
last
just-
but not least, we've got here on middle, Danny on the Invoker.
And sorry, I was just spacing out. We got Old Nate on the top lane with the Bristol, of course. Gonna be Rosetta Stone with the Vengeful Spirit. I guess it's a dual lane for the time being. Gonna be splitting up the inexperience, and we're gonna be having a pause, yes, so we can stream snipe some more.
Yay!
So we're just talking about can we
Stop.
remake the game?
Yeah, I'm guessing that we can basically remake the game. It's not like there's no laws against it as far as I'm aware.
So we are going to be having Dicta and One Up going to be taking up Roche right now, actually chilling in the pit, and I'm not really sure what they're doing there. I guess they could be going for like we do see a TP scroll on Delinquent Habits, so he could be going for the TP in onto Roche and baiting out the fight. I don't know what's going to happen on the rune, but that could be the case. And if people are stream sniping, they're going to go check Roche right now. But of course, we do have a pause, so. Wouldn't that be fun that you could bait people out to dying because of the casters or what they were saying?
Yeah. That would actually be pretty funny, as in it'd be a little bit hard because generally if you're gonna stream snipe,
Snipe,
you
yes.
generally just do it in Dota TV itself because I'm not gonna give a detailed instruction how to do it.
But
I'm
you
sure,
could do it, yeah.
I'm sure anyone with an IQ above my shoe size should be able to.
What is your shoe size?
8 or something.
Okay. That's pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It's funny because I'm really short as well, so. Hobbit in the making.
Yes. It's not called the Shire for nothing. So, well, tell her mother to let him one more. I love how it's friendly but still like passive aggressive. It's funny. I like this.
Does Iceland actually have polar bears?
No. I
Because
don't think so. I don't.
actually, I know polar bears are supposed to be an issue in some places in the world. I'm actually going to Google that right now. 'Cause I
I'm
use
doing it as well.
internet.
Polar bears in Iceland. Yes, you can actually do it. Although polar bears are not native to Iceland, polar bears do occasionally turn up, most drifting in on icebergs from the east coast of Greenland. So they do occasionally actually,
I don't know whether
you
that's
know,
awesome or terrifying.
that's pretty cool, I think.
On the one hand, you're like, oh my god, polar bear. On the other hand, it's like, oh my god, polar bear.
Yeah, oh shit!
There needs to be a way you can just keep polar bears small and cute. You're like just miniature polar bears.
We should just stop casting and do genetic research.
Yes.
And like I think we could
Let
do
us
it.
play God.
Yes.
It's a far better game than Dota. But
So if
anyway,
people are tuning into the stream right now, we're just talking about polar bears and genetic manipulation. So that's pretty good.
yes, we do. We kind of got some more pause right now. As sadly, the Witch Doctor seems to be having problems with his internet right now. As I think he is from Iceland, and I did have a look at. Don't actually know where this team mostly is from because they've got their.
Polar bear land.
No, they've got their thing as European, so to say. But I have to try and have a quick look to see. Let's have a quick look. Can I work out who the teams are? Because it should be able to give me a roster, surely, on this website somewhere.
Mm.
He said-
Yeah, again, a huge shout out to WarDota.com for hosting the league, of course, and
Oh yeah, as in, should be worth noting that if you do have a team and looking to play in some lovely Dota 2, which I hope you do if you have a team, because it'd be a little bit sad if you just have a team and you sit around watching LOL or something.
yeah, we don't hope you're actually spending your time playing League of Legends.
Nah.
You should play Heroes of the Storm instead. And
but ignoring that, they are going to be starting up a new season. Going to be starting up on the 2nd of March, and you've got up until the 16th of February to sign up. Going to be 24 teams, prize pool of $50, but at the same time, it's it's not terrible in terms of prize pool.
no, this is pretty good.
It's an amateur league. It's some nice experience. As in, I'm sure that many teams start out in this kind of stuff, just going off, win some amateur stuff, then go off into stuff like the Gigabyte Cup, and before you know it, you're winning TI6.
Believe, guys.
Yes.
We're rooting for you all the way.
Hashtag road to TI6.
Road to TI6. And,
But no, I've got the original divisions, but it's not actually letting me show, because having a quick look at these two teams, we do see that Honor Among Rats actually went 1 and 2 in the group stages, losing up against Team Mistral, who didn't turn up today, and Double Second Wind, who I think automatically gets a pass into Division 1, because I think this is basically a playoff to who gets into Division 1 next season, where the prize pools are going to start increasing, and you never know, as in this could end up being something quite big, as we all saw the Dota Pit starting off from 0, ending up at the
what was it, 50,000 or more?
it's a
I think it was
stupid
more.
amount of money, as in
Yeah, it was insane. It was like 200,000, I think, because of the compendium or something.
right now, as in casters don't take notice for anything lower than 500k. It's just
No,
money
not
at that
really.
point.
It's just a blur. Like, it's just, was it 2K, 200K, 300K? I don't know. Equals 4.
Something like that.
But it was a crazy amount, for sure. And we're just waiting. Witch Doctor just polar bear, just having a good time. So it's good.
Yeah, we do see Honor Among Rats. Sadly, I can't find out where they're from, because I've got to Europe, but that doesn't really help me.
No, it's kind of like, yeah. But he is currently in Dota 2, so he should be on his way back. And
Hopefully pretty soon.
yeah, connecting in just a few moments. We could be having a remake, though. It's not the first time that's happened, so.
Yeah, hopefully these server issues don't end up playing up. I know that the US East servers are basically on fire every night.
Yeah,
So-
Valve is just burning them. He does reconnect finally, and we're gonna be having ourselves a
A Dota 2 game at some point. As it looks like we're all going to be going. Polar Bear's just chewing on his internet cable.
And the rats, they just couldn't help themselves. It's just too yummy.
I have to wonder, as in how. I actually have to wonder what the ping is from Europe into Iceland is. I would imagine it'd be amazing.
I don't know, actually. Do you think US... No.
I guess they'd get a better ping in Europe. But either way, we do see Venture Spirit maybe a whole bunch of trouble. Can
No.
Wolfstriker be able to get the net off onto? Yes, he will be able to.
He's going to get the body block off? He's going to get the body block off. That's going to be Rosetta Stone taking a drop here. And yep, he's going to be taking death. Do we see a stun from the Witch Doctor? He does have actually... Okay, Wolfshagger doesn't care. He's still... Nah. Got it, boys.
And we do see Witch Doctor manage to pick up that bounty rune here on the top rune. So that is going to basically be both bounty runes going... Well, the bounty rune is being swapped around, but the Vengeful Spirit giving up first blood. So a very nice start there for Rats. And meanwhile, Power of Eagles, we are going to be seeing pretty much standard-ish lanes coming out from them. We do have the Bristleback here on the off lane. Here on the middle lane, going to be Delinquent Habits on that Storm Spirit. And in the bottom lane, we're going to have Shadow Fiend playing in that carry 1-up. Ditka on the Ogre Magi playing support. And it looks like they're going to be trying to go for dual lanes with the Vengeful Spirit on Rosetta Stone. And meanwhile, I do see Bristleback in a huge amount of trouble right now. All Nate Death are trying to run away. Just needs to be able to escape, and the Vengeful Spirit is going to be there to be able to stop him from following that up. So that is going to be basically 1-for-0, but Bristleback using a lot of his regen there. Although we do see a lot of stacks on all these supports right now, but Bristleback doesn't have any mana to continue doing that, so yeah, at this moment this Bristleback is not having a very fun off lane.
I mean, it's a decent lane for him. He's gonna get they're gonna get a lot of experience right now. And Olnate, I think it's a really good matchup for him, considering like Meepo has that Rosetta Stone.
Rosetta Stone going in huge amount of trouble. The stun comes out, gonna stun up both. Very nice cast bounce. That's gonna be a very very dead support. Witch Doctor picking up that last hit, and that's basically gonna be his boots already.
That's
well,
actually
already picked up
crazy. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I think they need to sack this lane, like, or in the case that Vengeful cannot be top,
no,
he's gonna die.
You can't have Vengeful up here.
Oh no.
The Bristleback can survive barely. The Venge can't. The Venge just doesn't have enough honor, doesn't have enough health, doesn't have enough spikes.
No Bristleback. But I mean, considering like I think it would be better for the Bristles to just get the solo experience as well as the levels and CS.
The issue you've got is that if you're in a 1 versus 2 or a 2 versus 3 lane, you need to get last hits to make it worthwhile. As in a 1 versus 3 lane, if you just get experience, you're perfectly fine.
It's good, like and not dying. It's good.
Yeah.
But this is where you're giving the kills to all mid. Gonna be seeing a rotation from Artemipo as well as Polar. So Danny secures himself a kill, but Old Nate, he's not going to be doing too much of anything, and I was going to say he does counter Meepo to quite a fair amount with his Quill Spray, of course, not being magical but physical. So Meepo's magic, Old Nate, taking a bit of damage here, is not going to be helping him too much, and he's not that tanky. Of course, with the best being picked up as quickly as he could, and securing that as well is going to be limiting the lane. But Old Nate needs some solo experience, and look at Rosetta Stone so far back, can't really do anything to help the Bristle at this point.
And again, the Vengeful Spirit, he might as well not be here. He could be rotating through to mid, getting ganks up here onto this Invoker, which is a very gankable hero, especially with a Storm Spirit on your same team. And even down here on bottom, as in Brewmaster is basically going a 1 versus 1 against a Shadow Fiend, which I do consider to be slightly favoured in favour of Brewmaster, just simply because of his constant evasion debuffs he's able to throw out.
Oh.
You know, hurt Shadow Fiend so much with his last hit, and we do see Rubik's going to pick up Bristleback right there. As Bristleback just dove a little bit too deep, and that's going to be 4-0 already for Rats, as Rats really getting up to a good start. But can we see the turnaround like we saw in the last game against Power of Eagles?
Yeah, that's what happened, but it looks to be a lot more control this time around with the dives. Like, they know exactly when to go for it, and Wolfshagger can be going, like, if his Meebo gets a lot of space, this could be... Like, they're 4-0, and they haven't even, made a dent in this Meepo. Like, he's doing it. He's got 14 last hits, but he's got 1-0-2, so he's doing fairly decent. Shadow Fiend, of course, in the lead with the bottom lane, as it is, and mid. Danny, as you said, is going to get ganked here, possibly. Do we see a... No, he does not have Electric Vortex, so...
Oh, he didn't level that up, and that's actually going to be the death of Stone right there.
Yeah,
the Sunstrike going to be enough, and I think the Maledict surely will take him down a few more times. Yes, it will be able to, and... Oh, that was a huge miscommunication right there, as he didn't pick up that basically a value point in Electric Vortex, and that's going to mean it's 5-0. Would have been a perfect opportunity to take out the Invoker, but now the Invoker's level 6 versus level 4 Storm Spirit, and this mid lane is basically just spiral out of control. He's currently the highest last hitter in the game.
Do you see TP in as well? Polar Bear could be taking death here, but again, with the Electric Vortex not being on the Storm Spirit, it's...
In the meanwhile, 1UP is in huge amount of trouble right now. Rubik did rotate around to get the kills, and 1UP desperately trying to run away. He has got his brown boots, and he's going to be a little bit faster, but he's going to get...
Oh, the plays! And he does get a kill, though, but... Is he going to survive this?
He might
He's
be able
got,
to.
yeah, there we go.
No,
Yeah, okay. So they can finally get it on the board, but giving away a Shadow Fiend for Rubik.
Definitely in favor of Rats right there, as Rats are just taking off to a huge start right now.
Polar Bear getting dived here a bit. Meepo going into the jungle, and that's probably a dead Witch Doctor. Even if he does stun up, it's going to be a stun, but yeah, Nate doesn't really care too much.
Oh, we do see that the Rat's gonna go just drag him back. Oh, Nate gonna take one more tower hit to the face, and that's gonna be a very nice kill there. That's gonna be a 1-for-1. That's probably slightly in favor of Bristleback. If Bristleback on offlane can pick up a kill for a 1-for-1 exchange, that's generally in favor of the offlaner.
Yes, I would agree. And right now, I think it's important for Polar of. I'm gonna say Radiant, just to not confuse anybody. I'm gonna say the Radiant, they need anything they can get. Like it's a matter of mental boost for them right now. They need to get it back into this game, and 2-7 it's not too bad. And Dicta could take a drop here. Just
yeah, okay. Power of Eagles gonna take him to the fall right there. As Ditka is gonna go down. In fact, it's gonna be his first death. So he's actually currently leading in terms of lack of death. So that's gonna be 2-8 right now. If we have a quick look at the gold lead, it's already around about 2k lead. Only 6 minutes in.
Well, Shago could be taking a bit of damage here though. Could be getting dived here by Old Nate, but he does not see the supports, and they're actually not top, so he could go for the dive if he wanted to. Especially with this, he's used both of his poofs, and
ooh, this could be dangerous right now. We do see Wolf Striker though gonna get the net off. Gonna just keep that Bristleback back, and that is going to be still 2-8 right now. The Bristleback is doing okay in terms of last hits, 26-1. But if we have a quick look at the net worth currently charts, we do see he's kind of sat all the way down in terms of cores. Now we do see Shadow Fiend doing a pretty good job of farming up, but the Brewmaster is going to pick up another kill there onto Shadow Fiend.
yes, and
using that ultimate.
look at the Storm right now. Look at his build. I'm not gonna say it's.
I'm not sure about this.
I mean, it's a farming build, but it's not a
time,
ganking build. Like
I don't think that they don't need to farm. They're against the Meepo. And
exactly.
basically, this Power of Eagles team, as soon as the Meepo got last picked, they can't go late game. As in, that's why they picked up the Shadow Fiend, was to try and do something in the early game.
Yeah, and.
But a Sorcerer without at least one level in his
Well,
stun.
no, could be in a bit of trouble here. Do we have it? No, we do not have a war. That's gonna be it. Okay, Polar Bear taking the drop here. Is that a stone rotating in? Aladdin? And doesn't really care so much. Do we have a swap? No, we do not. And
Yeah, he's
disciplined
nowhere near
play.
level
That's
6.
good. Wow.
Dire's middle tower is
And look at
under
Dicta.
attack.
He's level 2 only. Killing level 3 right about now. But yeah, look at the levels right now on the side of.
Yeah, we see the Ogre Magi only level 3, and he really does need that level 6 to start doing the damage, especially after that Fire Blast nerf that did hurt him a little bit in terms of the range of the Fire Blast. They're making him less of an
Dire's
initiation
top
tool,
tower is
which is
under
really what you
attack.
need, that Vengeful Spirit, also at level 6.
Yeah, they're like a bit. Storm Spirit wants to go here, but with no pull
Dire's middle
available,
tower
I don't
is
see it
under
happening.
attack.
No, you can't dive without the pull, because the pull is just so good. It gives you that extra overload charge, it gives
Radiant's
you
top
a
tower is
stun,
under
which is always
attack.
good.
And top, could be pressured. Rubik rotating bottom, and could be a kill on our dear Dicta again, taking a drop here.
Yeah, he's going to go down once more. We do see a possible initiation coming out here onto the Invoker, but the Invoker's just going to ghost walk away, and he's like, see you guys later.
I'm just gonna disengage. It's fine. My team is winning every other lane, so he's pretty confident that even though he's not farming as well as he could be with that rotation, he's still doing really well. 45 last hits, and both lanes are doing extremely well. So, and even with the Storm Spirit build he's 28 to 29 to 1, where the Invoker is 45 to 1. Sorry, 45 to 15. So,
Yeah, we are going to have to... We do see a smoke being picked up on the Rubik. Going to be trying to go for even more kills, but it's currently 10 to 3, and right now Rats don't even need it. As we have a quick look at the gold lead, it's just continuing... Well, it's actually stabilized a little bit, as we do see the Shadow Fiend is starting to farm up pretty nicely. In fact, the highest net worth in the game somehow. Mostly due to, being able to farm like a madman.
And he's
Basically
picked
what
up a few
Shadowfiend
kills
does.
here and there, and I mean, if you look at who's picked up the kills for the side of Dire, it's gonna be the Brewmaster as well as the Witch Doctor picking up the main amount of those kills. So, and they haven't farmed too well. I mean, Brewmaster was on the offlane, but yeah.
Yeah, but that is one of the small worries we've got
Radiant's
right
top
now
tower is
for
under
this
attack.
Whole bottom
Rats team.
out of Meepo. Gonna be going into the nope. Lift is not gonna be used here. Not able to, and one up really trying to do his best to catch up and stay ahead in this game, and all the supporters are just dedicating themselves to bottom to make sure he does not die.
Yeah, also making sure that this Shadow Fiend doesn't keep farming up, as he has finally been overtaken by that Rogue who didn't go for the minus build. Looks like he's trying to go for a very fast.
Jules?
That's interesting. I would have thought he'd be going for an Orchid first, but looks like he's going to be going for a Yule's ASAP.
I guess he wants to. I guess he's expecting the storm to. Oh, Danny could be going down here. That's actually really. Oh no. He's gonna. Is he gonna? No, he does not have the mana to do so, and I think he's expecting the storm to have a pretty fast Orchid timing, and just wants to disengage as fast as possible to be able to get out of that. But
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Storm is going to have to be able to get away ASAP. Rubik looking for some kills along with the Witch Doctor. This roaming support duo has worked pretty nicely, and Storm is just going to zip out of there. But either
nice awareness there. Yes, sorry, yes.
way, also Meepo is going to take some damage to the face. And we do actually see, can they get the stun off? No, they can't.
Oh,
Dire's
look at the
middle
look at the
tower
missile.
is
Look at the
under
missile.
attack.
It's flying. It's flying. It's flying. It's flying.
Isn't actually going to hit Rubik.
Yeah, he disjointed it, but
Lance Dota mechanic.
the fact that I know that we're all top polar going for the kill, and Bristol avoids the sunstrike. I don't think it was intentional, but he avoided it, so that was good. That's it for Witch Doctor. Polar Bear going to be giving up a kill here.
And we do see that maybe have to take out Polar Bear right now. Just
Oh, pull.
Oh,
There we go.
yeah, there we
Finally,
go.
yeah. Didn't even. I guess he didn't want to expend the pull for whatever reason. The vortex not being used there, but
Either way, they are going to be able to pick that up. He's going to TP back down to the bottom, or back down to the tower, so to say, and get a little bit of mana. Either way, though, this is going to be 4-10, so they do pick up a kill there. 4-0 in return. Very nice start there for Power of Eagles. Maybe they can keep this going, so they're going to go rotate into the jungle. They may be able to find out this
Dire's
Rubik.
structures are
and
fortified.
he is not level 6 yet. They do have a smoke going, and oh, that's a smoke being used as well. It's going to be a full 3-on-3 fight with the Meepo there as well, so could be disastrous. Out of Meepo going to be taking a drop. Nope, he's actually going to get out scot-free, and
Oh, does Meepo not going to be able to get that tick down. That's going to be a 2-0 trade. Storm Somewhere and Ogre Magi is going to end up going down. We do see Old Nate, though, doing a whole bunch of damage here to Danny. Is going to get used up, though. Is it going to be enough? Can he get one more? No, he's not going to. But the Meepo might be able in a little bit of trouble to pull back. But the net's going to be more than enough. Storm Spirit's going to buy back. What is he going for right now? Go for the Brewmaster kill.
and he is going to get it though. I think he's going to chase that. Yeah, no, the blink, and they need to get this kill. He's not going to get it with the level 1 pull. Is not going to be enough, and that was a buyback. And he set his Orchid timing a hell of a lot with that. Shadow
Fiend.
Fiend.
Even going to pick up the Shadow Fiend. Lovely Sunstrike right there. That is going to 13 to 4. This is starting to become into a little
Radiant's
bit of a
bottom
stop right
tower
now.
is
Four
under
rats.
attack.
But we could look at all interesting. Both.
Over here now.
Yeah, I mean nothing too fancy right now. Nothing big, and
Go towards it.
Witch Doctor looking to get up some kills. He's been doing extremely well. I think the overextension on top was, again, as we talked about the last game with the axe, was kind of like, nah, do you really want to go for this? He's a core. You can't really just solo kill him. Again, with the mid, playing really aggressively. Meteor and 2, Sunstrike, and it's going to be the kill for Old Nate. Does he have Maledict one more in him? He's going to die.
It's going to be a little bit close. There it will be. Will get taken out there, and the Witch Doctor are going to pick up that last kill. And meanwhile, we do see even more aggression coming out from this Rubik, although it's only realized it's all 3 there, and he's in a lot of trouble. In the meanwhile, though, we do see the Brewmaster coming in. He doesn't have his ultimate yet, but he doesn't care. Just gets a stomp off, taking a whole bunch of damage to the face, but it doesn't really matter because he's very, very tanky. Meanwhile, the Witch Doctor gets a very nice cast. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. And
Wolfshacker
Meepo
showing his
coming
face.
in. Rosetta stoned.
Oh.
Not going to go down. Looks like the Stormstrike can do a very nice job just sitting around, avoiding all that damage. It looks like the Ogre Magi, though, is going to be the one to trade in return. That's going to be a 6-15 right there. It does end up being a 2-2, I think.
No, Rosetta Stone. Rosetta Stone. Oh, the Jukes. He's gonna stun up the or swap maybe. He's gonna take a. No, he's not gonna take a death here, and that's gonna be Aladdin taking a drop. And Ogre does go down in the end there in the mid, but I mean, right now it looks like it's a better trade for the Radiant side.
Yeah, we do see the power of Eagles is doing a good job right now. We do see Bristleback trying to dive down this tower. One more set of bristles. Could be enough. We do see Polar Bear trying to get away right there, but one more right click coming in from the Shadow Fiend. Old Nate though will end going down. Can they?
Is under
I don't
attack.
think they can.
Nope, sadly
That's
no.
going to end up being. Again, I don't know what that ended up. It originally turned into a 3 for 5.
I think it was a better trade for the Radiant side.
Yes, it most
Dire's
definitely
middle tower
was.
is under
That-
attack.
That gold lead is starting to dip down a little bit, or at least dip up a little bit. Now only a 1k lead in favor of a Rats. Was previously a 3k.
I was pretty surprised that they were doing so well in their laning phase.
I think they just got a little bit too
Oh,
aggressive
Dicta.
there here on the mid lanes. We do see the Meepo's going to pick up another kill there onto Ogre Magi though. And this Meepo is starting to become an issue. Already picked up his Blink Dagger, only 15 minutes in. Going towards the Aghanim Scepter next with the Ogre Club.
I think they need to slow the game down a bit, shut down the Shadow Fiend, get some aggressive wards going, and hopefully, set up some kills. They don't really need anything else than that. I don't think they need to, force a lot of towers, and I think that's what happened mid, as you said, forcing the fight mid, going 5 versus 5, and then
They tried to go 5 versus 5
Radiant's
without the
middle
Brewmaster
tower
ultimate.
is under
Yeah,
attack.
and they
that's-
just and with the
not
mech on
what
Shadow
he
Fiend, it was like crazy in their favor, and he's level 11 now as well, so he's.
It is worth noting, actually, I will note that I'm not that fond of this Shadow Fiend. Because
You don't.
Because if we have a look right now,
Oh,
at-
Bristol gonna take a drop here in the mid.
yeah, he's just gonna get nuked now right there, or is he? Will be able to with the last bit there. Aladdin might be in a whole bunch of trouble. Does get dragged back. Doesn't get his ultimate off. That's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade right there.
So an offlane for an offlane.
Looks like it was slightly in favor of Power of Eagles.
One up. He's dead. Could he take a kill with him though? That's the question. He actually gets one. He does not get two. He does get two. And he's actually gonna go down. But yeah, that's a 2-for-1. So
I guess in
it's.
favor of Power of Eagles, but it was 2 supports in favor of 1 Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, but look at the experience change. The one
Dire's
big thing
bottom
is that
tower
he
is
got all
under
the experience
attack.
for 2 kills. They got none.
Yeah, that is actually a pretty big deal right there. I was actually going to mention I'm not that fond of this mech on the Shadow Fiend, just simply because if we have a look at the Power of Eagle side, they don't really have a lot of damage. Sure, you've got the magic damage coming out from Ogre Magi. If you can get a little bit of luck off, we do see initiation coming out here from the Brewmaster, going in against these 2 supports once more. Rosetta Stone might be taking a fall right now, as we do see the Ogre Magi going to go for a little bit of Dorothy land right now.
Swap comes out.
Is going to be good enough, but the stun is going to be in return. And is it going to be enough?
He does have stick charges. Oh, there we go. Finally, and yeah.
That's it. Going to go down right now. We do think that the Ignite is going to get used on him, slowing him out. In the meanwhile, we do see the Rubik is going to steal that, but gets nuked down immediately coming up from the Storm Throat. Meanwhile, we do see Storm Throat going a few more damage onto the Polar Bear, but the Yule's coming in, along with the combo. Liquid Habit's taking so much damage, doing so much damage.
And then he can take a drop here with the raise and. Well, Nate, he's gonna keep chasing. He does not care. Polar Bear gonna be taking a drop here, I think. No, the cask does get off. One more. No.
Oh, that was
He does have a blink
nice.
ready. He does have a blink ready. He could go for the blink. Maledict taking away. Actually, really lucky that he hit the Shadow Fiend with it. So.
Looks like the Doctor is going to be able to get away right there. Only got one of those stack charges on him, and looks like they are going to be able to get the a little bit over aggressiveness. But Polar Bear will go down to the Metal Crow rotating in. They're going to be diving down the C1 tower for the awesome
Radiant's
swap.
top
Probably
tower
not
is
helpful
under
right there.
attack.
Neither man that is going to be a 3-for-1 in the end.
Oh no, Aladdin, he's used his ulti. He's gonna take a drop and.
Above one.
What?
Power of
Radiant's top
Honor Among
tower
Rats
has
being a
fallen.
little bit too aggressive at times and trying to go in for fights in like a 2 versus 2 situation, just getting punished for it. As we have a quick look at the goal, we do see it's getting slowly back to equal right now, and although Rats have the better late game, you don't want to give
Dire's
up a
middle
lead
tower
you've
is under
gained.
attack.
Exactly, and
Dire's
mean, Meepo is
structures
farming
are
away.
fortified.
last hit wise, he's the one in charge, Arjun in charge. But I mean,
Dire's middle
considering
tower has
the
been
start he had with the top lane doing as well as it did,
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
well, Bristleback doing work, I
Dire's
guess. He's
structures
been
are
on
fortified.
top, and Storm has also come back pretty much with a bang here in the mid
Dire's
game. But
bottom tower has fallen.
Storm, he's going to be able to get his Orchid pretty soon. as
Ooh,
he's just
Shadow Fiend.
recipe of the video.
Oh, he's gonna get a kill here!
Gets a nice ultimate off. Although, is he going to be able to get a
No!
kill right now?
One more race, he's gonna die. Yeah, sad.
Very nice job right there. Somehow that guaranteed kill ended up not being guaranteed.
We do have a Requiem with souls on the Rubik now, actually. Wow.
I have to wonder, how does it work? Does that mean he gets the soul power of the current...
I think so. I think so.
Solid?
I think so. I think he gets the full damage, to be honest
Dyer's
with you.
top tower is
Okay,
under attack.
I'm honestly not certain, as in, I haven't stole Big Ultimate that often. It's those weird interactions that Rubik gets, I would say, with lots and lots of other heroes. I think there are some actually really fun interactions, like for instance, if Rubik steals a Chronosphere Ultimate, only the Chronosphere can actually walk through it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Possibly the worst ultimate in the game to steal for Rubik.
Or Night Stalker ulti. That's pretty useless, considering you prolong the night for Night Stalker.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
In the meanwhile, though, we do see Meepo is continuing to farm up. Did manage to get Aghanim Scepter and Blink Dagger without using Refresh.
I think now is the time to fight if you're the Dire
Yeah,
side.
things are starting to get a little bit...
Like secure Roche maybe, and then take a fight, or secure mid and then take Roche. Like either way, that's the game plan I think for them now. If they want to get ahead.
However, even if it doesn't do the additional damage from the souls, it's worth noting that Rubik does have that entire lack of cast time, meaning it's basically an instant nuke.
Yeah, and you get the damage reduction slow as well, so it's pretty good. Even like without the damage, like 50% damage is insane on the
yes.
Shadow Fiend and on the Storm. So I guess Invoker's baiting a bit here in the mid lane. Saladin or Aladdin just sitting here on the high ground, waiting to re-engage if they want to go for him. And
But they know, as in...
yeah, they're gonna back off. Let the Shadow Fiend farm up his BKB, which is not that far off actually. He's got like what 600 gold away from it, and
Yeah, as we do see right now that the rest of Honor Among Rats isn't... You have to remember, at one point, this was a 14-3 game. It's now currently 17-22. The goal is
mid.
almost equal. As you see, it looks like initiation onto mid, and Invoker is going to take out the Venture Spirit right there with the combo. Very easy kill.
and Rat's just chilling a bit. I think this is what they need to do. Maybe just let Meepo farm up, and I think they have the better late game mid. Do you see Stormford jumping on Danny? Could be in a bit of trouble, but he does have
have
force
that
that.
orchid, but he's going to be able to get away. The ultimate coming out from Rats is going to be kind of okay. Not the best ultimate in the world coming out from there, but it doesn't really matter right now, as we see he is going to be able to try and steal something else. Did manage to pick up those skill sprays. That's going to be 2 kills there coming out for Honor Among Rats. Taking advantage of that slightly too aggressive play coming in, as it looks like I'm going to go for a little bit of tower damage with these little Brewlings.
Yeah, and this is what they need to do. Just slow down the game. They have the better late game, I feel like, and
Well,
maybe
Meepo is basically free farming right now.
Exactly,
Although
so-
so is the Shadow Fiend, but the Shadow Fiend doesn't carry as hard in the late game.
no. So, I mean, with the Storm, I guess it's a problem if they can take down your supports and you're just like one man standing versus Shadow Fiend as well as Storm. So,
I'll take that.
I guess that's a problem. But with the farm he has right now, I don't see it being an issue. And the supports on Dire are just fat, like really big. Like you almost like you got a point booster and a casual Ogre Club on the Witch Doctor. Rubik's got pretty much nothing, but but Witch Doctor is pretty big. So
Playing that position 6.
exactly, he's literally not on the team. He's just there buying wards for no reason.
On the other hand, as in, you really do want to Blink Dagger on the Rubik,
Radiant's
but at the
bottom
same time,
tower
I'd
is
say the
under
Aghanim
attack.
Scepter on the Witch Doctor is more important.
Yeah, I think so as well. With the like, if you can pair that up with the Meepo blink into poof, it's insane.
Radiant's bottom
Mid
tower is under
could be
attack.
Storm.
See, it looks like Delinquent Habits are going to try and go in, but he gets immediately lifted up. The Witch Doctor ultimate going to nuke down Rose after Stone. Is going to get stopped there by the Ogre Mage Armor, not before he ends up falling. And Storm's a bit desperate trying to get away.
Oh,
but
and one
the
up, going
ultimate
for the-
1 up. Got the BKB, but can he take out one of these clonelings? Not going to be able to. Joker does very little.
Yes, even with the meteor being popped. And oh, do we see close
Ooh,
grace?
that was... And he wanted to get that.
Oh, what? And that's just it. All Nate habits pretty much canceling each other out, and Polar Bear trying to do what he can to help out his teammate Aladdin, and he does not have an ulti ready, so it could be a bit of trouble here for the Panda. He does actually have an ulti ready, and gonna use it. All Nate could be running back. He is in a bit of trouble here though, but
Don't think down those.
Oh.
Lovely Sunstrike right there. That could...
swap out.
Swap
Good
is-
defensive swap, and
That's...
Aladdin does not have, like, he's really low on health. Yeah, okay.
Only the support set for Power of Eagles.
Yes, and
Very nice.
Shadow Fiend, right now, he can solo kill the Meepo, I think.
It is all.
Yeah, exactly. If he gets off a decent ultimate,
Dire's middle
he
tower is under
the Meepo
attack.
can't turn on him with the damage reduction. So
Dire's
pull.
structures are
It's the
fortified.
palm, but the nuke just.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
just it.
And
Wow.
this could be. I think that pretty quickly as this picks up a bunch of kills in return. The Ogre Magi has no chance of getting out right there.
It's been a rough game for Dicta, to be sure.
If I have a quick look at the kills and deaths right now in this game, we do see it's currently 0 and 8 and 3. Or to Ogre Magi.
Report. Report.
Obviously not, as he's been playing that position probably 7 at this point on Ogre Magi. And he did let the Shadow Fiend get a lot of farm early game. And
Oh, Bristol
underfarmed
back.
Ogre Magi has never farmed and never fun. Meanwhile, Lucy Bristol back taking a whole bunch of damage, but he's very difficult to kill, especially with that Crimson Guard. He will eventually end up going down with a lot of skills has he used to keep that going off. And that is going to be a tier 1 tower here on middle, probably end up going down. They're going to be trying to fortify it and save it, even delay just a little bit.
Could be for a Roche now. I mean, I've been surprised with the lack of Roshans this series, if you want to call it that. Like I think Meepo is one of the better like Aegis carriers if you can get it on him, like because of his magic reduction and like he's so tanky, and if you kill him it's like, well, we don't have anything more to kill you with, so well, okay. But what do you think the move is now for either team? Like, is it to farm up a bit more?
Well,
Is it,
it's weird because Honorable and Rats are making aggressive moves, but at the same time we are seeing that they've got a Meepo, they've got that late game, they're currently weighing ahead, and meanwhile I do see the Meepo just going to poof the hell out of there, as the Shadow Fiend is going to be able to get that BKB pop off. But it's worth noting that I think the main thing they want to try and focus on is getting the Shadow Fiend BKB charges down to 5.
Yeah, probably, and that was actually okay, trading a Witch Doctor for that. I mean, sure.
Probably, like, I'd consider that slightly equals. We do see Shadow Fiend get a little bit more farm. At the same time, you know, this is...
We're only 26 minutes into the game, and he's already used BKB. Oh,
Nice.
do they get a kill?
Yeah, if they can pick up an Invoker right here, that's going to be pretty nice. We do see the Ewers are going to come out. The very nice Ghost Walk, and there's no detection on the side of...
They do have a dust ready, though, on the Vengeful, but he didn't use it. I think he was like, nah.
He was on Venge. He's nowhere near to be able to do that. It really needs the detection on the storm.
Yeah, they
Storm's gonna be the one
need some...
initiating.
Yeah. He's got an Orchid, but...
Yeah, but if he's got a Yule, you need the Orchid to... you can basically get rid of the Orchid effect as long as he's got a Yule.
Exactly. So, it's a good defensive item, and he's been using it a lot offensively as well with the Meteor deafening into
Well, Yule's is
Sunstrike.
probably one of the better items in the game right now, probably tied up there with the
Dire's
Force Staff and
middle
Blink
tower
Dagger,
is
just
under
simply because the
attack.
amount of uses it gives you, especially on heroes like Invoker with those very wonky to hit skills. See Meepo just cleaning up a little bit more farmers. It looks like he wants to go for possibly a Sheepstick or a Shivers next.
And we do
Sheepstick it is.
It is going to be a Sheepstick.
Currently sat there in the highest farmer in the game right now, as he is starting to overtake this Shadow Fiend. As the Shadow Fiend, again, it's the issue we're seeing right now with the mech that he picked up. He's got a BKB, he's got a Blink Dagger.
And
Looks like he's going to be going for possibly...
Scotty? Scotty?
Yeah.
I guess? That would make sense.
None of those really give him damage.
No, they make him tanky, but no damage, I
Roshan
Yeah,
guess.
you
has
see the
fallen
Roshan is
to
going to
the
go down there to
dark.
Meepo, picking up a nice Aegis right there.
I think it's a question of Radiant just outlasting the...
The Shadow Fiend's effectiveness, because right now, the Shadow Fiend is difficult to kill. But
Exactly.
He's not really doing that much. I think let's have a look at his damage. It's currently 30 minutes in. He's only doing 200 damage.
Dire's top tower
But we
is
could look at the
under
Meepo.
attack.
Each Meepo individually is doing 100, and he's got 6 of them.
Yeah, and he's got the gear struck as well. So multiply that by 28 times what? 5 is it? 4?
And the problem,
here now.
and the problem is that in this late game, Storm Spirit doesn't do late game damage. He's very good at ganking. He's very good at taking an early game advantage, but he doesn't really carry that much unless
He's crazy fat. Like
Yeah.
he's got 28
Unless you
Bloodstone
snowball out of
charges, and
control
you
and
know,
he's-
yeah, exactly.
5 Bloodstone. But
I think I think it's up to the Bristol to, you know, create these fights for
But even then, the Bristle, he's also going tank. Hasn't he's going Crimson Guard, he's got the Blade Mail. You know, he didn't go for that S and Y, maybe super fast Bristle, or, you know, just some kind of damage. And that's really what's going to hurt them. They hit that 45-minute mark, is an entire lack of damage.
I think if you can create space for the Bristol to, you know, get the Quill Sprays up there and let Shadow Fiend take the brunt of the impact from the Meepo and I guess the rest of the Dire team, I think you can take out some of the supports. I think you can take out Rubik and Witch Doctor in a heartbeat with the Bristol, you know, running around being crazy.
I would agree with that to some extent, but at the same time, before we could look at the opposite team on the Rat side, it's not like they're lacking damage. You know, we've got the Meepo, who we all know does
Dire's bottom
billion
tower
damage.
is under attack.
Voka also got a pretty nice damaging combo. And you've
Dire's
also got the control
structures
coming
are
out from the
fortified.
Brewmaster, and I do think the later this goes, the further behind Power of Eagles is going to become.
Look at bottom, Polar Bear is taking drop, and this could be a very unfavorable position. Old Nate trying to do the best he can, just tanking up as much as possible, but he is going to take a drop here. And
But that Blade Mail does nothing against the Meepo.
is this a base? Rex? I think so.
I don't think they can race this.
Radiant's top tower
As
has
in,
fallen.
Power of Eagles can't really race this per se, although we do see the minus armor coming out from the Shadow Fiend from that.
That was good. That was
Presence
really
of
good.
Lord.
That was, yeah, that was good. Forcing them back, even though they lost the fight like that. It was okay.
It ended up being a 1-for-1 trade. It was a Bristol 4, a Witch Doctor. We did say we didn't need that space for them. Notice how quickly he went down to just the Meepo.
Yeah, that was crazy.
As he is going to be trying to go for it.
Radiant's
Yes, he will be
courier
able
has been
to.
killed.
And that was the
I'm over here.
That was
Also
2.1.
one there.
That was a, I think that was a, yeah, an ultimate orb. Wow.
gonna give up his own life for the attempt to save the Storm Spirit. It's not going to work, and that's going to be 2 kills there coming out from Meepo. This Meepo really is starting to get out of control.
What did the courier have? Did you see? I think it was an ultimate.
orb.
Yeah, okay, good.
But it was probably the
A
second
Skadi
part
for
of the Skadi for
yeah.
1-up. That's going to be delayed for around about 3 minutes right now. Although he is going to be able to pick up the other parts of it pretty soon.
Wolfshagger? Looking for a kill with the Aegis, so...
Yeah, as in he would prefer to use it pretty soon. There's only around about a minute left available on the Aegis, and he's actually going to be a little bit careful to not, you know, lose the Aegis right before he wants to initiate.
Yes, exactly, and they're camping out mid. Gonna be looking for the kill. Old Nate on the front lines, of course, and I think at this point getting a casual Halberd or Talisman of Evasion on that Bristleback would be so good.
Yeah, that might
If you can get farmed up. Oh,
you see
initiation
Old Nate,
comes
a
in.
very
Rosetta
nice stun onto the Rosetta Stone. And meanwhile, the DC 1-up is going to get initiated upon the Crimson God does get popped, and they're going to be trying to go on the Rubik, does manage to get swapped out. But meanwhile, we do see the Meepo coming in for even more damage. 1-for-1 trade right there. The Invoker does huge amounts of damage to both the Bristleback and himself, and that's actually a pretty devastating Meepo right there. We do see the Ward gonna get used on the Witch Doctor, but he's gonna be an Aghanim Scepter, but he's gonna end up going down right now. The Meepo gonna be trying to clean up desperately. Back. Master
Oh, wow.
has still got his ultimate though, so they could continue to fight this. Stone is probably end up going to go down. Very little he's going to get nested up, and all those little Meepo are going to take him out. That's going to end up being a 3-for-3 right there. The Age is really coming in handy, turning what like to be a lost fight into a very nice one.
So triple kill for Meepo is good. They hold their own, and using their Aegis like that is, I guess, pretty decent. They need to get the mid tower though, I feel like, to make this worthwhile. Shadow Fiend can't defend alone, and with the Bristle and Venge being down, I don't think they can defend this. Dictate gonna be going into mid.
He's going to have to be super careful right now as we do see a Shadow Fiend.
Pushing out top, and we do see the Storm pushing out bottom, so...
Radiant's
Looks
middle
like this mid tower
is under
probably
attack.
is going to end up going down for Power against Eagles. Although we do see possibly might be the support there. Magi jumping a little bit too far. The Pooh's a little bit too late, but it isn't going to matter. It's just the power of the port. Yeah.
And
They're
that's
getting rushed.
key. So they're going for top as well as...
Dire's
Well,
top
he's gonna
tower
TP out
is
now.
under
Shadow Fiend,
attack.
get back.
Radiant's middle
He's actually
tower
just gonna
We do
kill
see
the-
Shadow Fiend going to pop his beacon for that Rubik.
Yeah, that's just
That's
it.
going to be his 7-second beacon popped. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade right there in terms of towers. Although a nice kill coming after the Shadow Fiend.
Dire's
Basically,
top
the
tower
Oh,
one
wait,
has
wait,
fallen.
thing that's going well for Power of Eagles.
Yeah, he's the one thing that's keeping them alive, and he does secure his Skadi now. I actually got a bit of gold to spare. I wouldn't be too surprised if he goes for a Daedalus or something crazy, just to get some damage output and kill the Meepo even faster.
Yeah, I wouldn't be.
It's gonna be a boost of travel, okay.
Again, just seeing this issue of, as in that reduces his damage even further.
Exactly.
It removes, of course, it's not a lot of damage in the late
But the
game.
attack speed is
It's
significant.
not insignificant. Yeah, as in it's a pretty nice amount of attack speed. And this Shadow Fiend, although he's going to be able to take out supports, I don't see how he's going to be able to kill the Meepo.
I think he needs the Crystallis at this point, or maybe just a Deso, just to get a Deso. Just get a Deso.
Something. But you see, it looks like that Meepo wants to start going for the rat himself. He's picked up Boots of Travel.
Oh my god.
In fact, he's got two.
I think it's
boots
one
right
of
now.
the best items for Meepo. Like late game items.
It's the most annoying item if you're you're playing against it. It's basically a Tinker on steroids.
Yeah, it's.
There?
I'm still there. I'm just making sounds because it's
Oh.
it's honestly.
It
I,
sounds like
I
you're
don't think it's
clicking out
broken.
there.
I just think it's really, really good.
Yeah. As an Amiibo, he basically gets instant TPs all over the place because each of the Boots of Travel has an individual cooldown, meaning you can.
Proof to whichever lane or TP to whichever lane you want to push and or fight depending on
You basically get one poof every about 13 seconds.
Yeah. He's gonna push out. Could be caught here. He does sense it coming. Witch Doctor chilling out here. Could be in a bit of trouble pinging him out. He's gonna be backing off now, but yeah, they really want to secure this kill on him. They do see him blink. Yeah.
Gonna be able to pop that BKB.
we
That's
see
gonna
TP
be
out?
his 6-second BKB.
He's gonna TP
charge.
out. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah, but that's gonna be another BKB charge used right there. As he's already down to only 5 seconds.
Yeah.
This is the BKB has done him well. He's
There we go.
picking
Crystallis. Crystallis finally done.
Yeah, he's got the crystal now. But is it too late? He's now got 1 damage item. So he's
That's
doing a
one
little
damage item. He does do a lot of damage now, though. Like
Yeah.
even I mean, he doesn't, as you said, he doesn't have the pure
That's it.
damage build, but he's getting there. What does he crit now? 500, 400. Okay, 474.
Yeah, so if he can get some nice lucky crits, then possibly he can take out the Meepo. But at the same time, I think the Meepo is more consistent. It's going to be all down to basically can the RNG smile on
the
this,
Shadow Fiend. Yeah.
Exactly.
I guess the minus armor is also going to play a big part with the Venge as well as the Bristleback. If they can get off enough minus armor on
Radiant's
the
bottom tower is under attack.
Meepo or anybody in this case.
As we see swap coming out
Oh, swap
immediately
comes
as
out.
Bottom tower
The Witch Doctor
fallen.
gonna get initiated upon the BKB, already popped from the Shadow Fiend. This is gonna actually be a very good team fight coming out for us right now. We do see a very nice initiation by the Meepo coming in, just nuking down the Shadow Fiend. He's gonna end up going down right there. The Ogre Mage is gonna be next. That is going to be Possession Stone. The rest of them falling, and we just saw as soon as that BKB got popped, the
It was
rest of them
just
turned
bye-bye
around.
Shadow Fiend, and we do have no buyback ready for.
Radiant's
No,
bottom
this is
tower
basically
is
a
under
Rax and
attack.
maybe even GG right now coming in. And just look at all these summons coming out, knocking down this tower. The buyback and the bristleback, but I think that's the only one they've got left. Sorcerer Gun coming in, trying to be annoying, trying to slip away. He's going to be able to get out, but they just don't care.
They he did blow up the
Radiant's bottom
Bristol.
barracks
Sorry, the
has
Brewmaster.
fallen.
Oh, Bristol.
Right
Let's take a
there,
drop
but
here.
Bristle Mine going down. This is going to be a dieback.
But
He's down
yeah,
for 83
oh,
seconds,
he's gonna die as well
along
as
with
Stormtrooper.
the
Buyback?
Storm, just
Buyback?
had no
Radiant's
mana.
bottom
Does
barracks
he have
are under
buyback?
attack.
Yeah, he
Does,
does have
gonna buy back
buyback.
immediately.
He's gonna sip in, kill.
I need to.
Yeah, there we go.
Radiant's
He's
He's
going to
done.
go initiate, but they've already taken a set of racks. Meepo though looking like he wants to go turn it around. Just look at the damage he's doing.
Oh, he does finally drop, and
Told you a storm
they
was
do
coming.
hold the. I mean,
They hold.
the rest of the racks, but bottom racks does go down.
But they
So
gave up so much. Gave up a buyback on Storm. Basically, the amount of gold. And a quick look at. Yeah, but it's pretty painful in favor of Rats. It's around about 12k gold. Around about 38 minutes in the game, and that's
15k, it's crazy. Wow.
yeah. If I have a quick look at the experience as well, surprisingly equal after that getting those few kills. As that is really what the
But
Sort of
Shadowfiend
banned
immediately pushes mid, and Meepo does not have a buyback.
but he
I mean-
doesn't need it with his default.
With his fast respawn timer, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But still, Shadowfiend is hitting hard, and Rubik could be in a bit of trouble here. Do we see a blink? Yeah, he's gonna be. Yeah, look at that. Even though, like, I mean, he does need a Daedalus to be really effective, but just like he two-shotted the Rubik.
Oh yeah, as in the Shadow Fiend can definitely take out these supports. And it's just the issue we're seeing right now of going up against the big boys on the opposite side of the Meepo. Because as soon as he pops his BKB,
And
he's only got
it
five. He's got
dies.
5
Yeah,
seconds to
it's-
somehow kill the Meepo.
Yeah. If they can somehow keep him alive, it was an offensive swap last time. I think if they can keep the Venge back, spam out the the negative armor, and just swap out the Shadow Fiend in the right moment.
The problem you got to remember though is that the reason why they swapped out the Witch Doctor because he's got that Aegis
Yeah,
and
that's
that
true,
level 2
yeah.
ultimate, which is also another big, huge pain to have to deal with.
Oh, what does he do? Okay.
Either way though, Shadow Fiend gonna rotate back through to middle, and the rest of Hour of Eagles is gonna just rotate back. But either way, this is not looking very good for them as Rats are just content right now to sit back and continue getting their advantage. You see the Meepo going to be very close towards getting 6-slotted. In fact, he is currently 6-slotted.
He's got an E-Blade, a Scythe, a Scuddy.
He's just going for even more magic damage. He knows the
BKB is wearing off, is wearing
BKB
thin on him.
wearing off. There's no reason for him to
build tanky. He's plenty tanky, and with the extra armor that gives, he's even more tanky. So
25 armor right there, 450 base move speed, a blink dagger, and a sheep stick. If he wants to kill anyone, they're going
he's
down.
gonna do it. Yeah.
On the middle here, reducing Brewmaster pushed out a little bit too far, but the ultimate coming out from the Witch Doctor, very good. Just look at all that damage happening.
Olver, if you take a drop here, could be dead.
The Bristleback will eventually fall. Will take out.
Oh no, one up. That
up.
creep. He does have a buyback though, mind you.
He's gonna have to use. Gonna go push down through the mid. A set of rags as the bouncers being called out in all chat, and really, that was a very nice.
What do we see here? Is it going to be a... He does not have a buyback, so it could be just a full-on... It is going to be a hex, a full-on hex. Going to be trying to kite around the Meepo a bit,
We're
but
gonna see the problem is the hex doesn't really work against the Meepo.
no, it's pretty... I would prefer a Shiva's.
Like you can take out one.
Oh, he does get Danny though.
Oh,
Does he get Danny? He does... No, he does not get Danny. Wow. He actually jumps out. That was a BKB used and a buyback on Shadow Fiend. This is not looking good. Danny, the Ghost Walk as well, and Meepo with the Aegis. He does not even want it.
Yeah, the Meepo's like.
Is he baiting with it?
kind of
He could be
want,
baiting with it.
I don't think he's baiting. He's just simply guessing. Well, I soloed Roshan, but I don't need it. So
Okay, so Danny's gonna pick up the Roche. There we go. Or the Aegis, sorry.
someone please pick it up before.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend takes it or Storm Spirit. That would be crazy though. Storm Spirit with Aegis. Wow.
Oh, that would be like the biggest throw to ever happen in a game, apart from not buying TPs.
Yeah, apart from forgetting to buy TPs on all 5 heroes. But yeah, Shadow Fiend looking to get that really core item, and the bounces in, like, there was one ranger creep in here that messed him up. It was heartbreaking to watch, and wow, a Hood of Defiance, even more magic resistance. Like, if you think about it, they have a Rubik and a Meepo.
Yeah, as in, that null field, it's not the greatest ability in the world, as in, it's basically, slightly worse than a Hood of Defiance. But at the same time, it does add up, like, 20% passive magic additional resist, as his current magic is around about 57%, which is very, very nice. Looks like he wants to try and go for a pipe of some kind.
Yes, and
Well,
I mean,
some kind. The pipe.
some sort of pipe, I think. And they're gonna be pushing mid and top as well, I guess. Trying to spread the farm equally, and Old Nate really wanted to get an item up. I'm not really. I mean, at this point, does buyback really matter on the Bristleback with his item progression as it is?
No, as in again, we've seen he's just had no impact. And the only one who's really doing damage is the Shadow Fiend. And even then, he's not doing that much. He's not doing 1 versus 5 levels of damage.
Oh, that could be the Bristle dead. He's probably gonna take a drop here. Do we see a blanket from Meepo swap out defensively again? And it's gonna be on cooldown for another 40 seconds here.
Yeah, and this is probably going to be time for them to initiate right now, because they don't have the swap to save Shadow Fiend should Meepo want to leap in onto him. They do have the Aegis on the Invoker.
And they're just gonna be waiting it out here. Meepo pushing on top. And he doesn't want Meepo mid in case they decide to go. It's actually the main Meepo, so he does have an E-Blade and a Scythe ready for anybody who dares to actually push out mid.
He's just going to keep... They're just going to go split push, because there's no reason for them not to. As that the bottom lane is going to keep pushing out their own, so they just have to keep all their heroes apart from one Meepo here on middle, and then have the Meepo solo push down top, and no matter
Oh,
what
look at the smoke. That's actually really clever. If they can cut... Yeah, they do get one.
But
It's not a
I'm gonna
high priority
try
target. Oh. Jump in on who? It's gonna be Danny taking drop here, and it's actually pretty good. If they retreat now, that's a decent trade, I think. No
They're going to
Aegis.
retreat though. They're going to look to leave the ball. The ultimate coming out from
Oh!
the Witch Doctor, but it's not going to be good enough. Meanwhile, the Meepo coming in, doing even more damage. Storm Spirit gonna do the work though. We do see Wolf Striker going to pick up one kill on the Ogre Magi, but the Invoker just doing huge amounts right now. One up isn't going to get taken out though by the Meepo, and this could actually be a pretty good team fight coming out for Power of Eagles. Danny going to be able to just not going to be able to get away. In the meanwhile, we do see Meepo did buy back, came back in, picked up 2 kills. Bristleback is going to buy back himself, and looks like they're going to be trying to go in for this last final push here on middle.
I think they need to back. If they throw this,
As in obviously
they are 2 versus 3, and every core on Radiant side is up. So, and Brewmaster does not have his ulti. That could be it. Wolfshag are going to be pulled back. If they can get this kill, this is huge. They do have the Shadow Fiend here. Poof comes out. Defense, no, actually offensively, and that's probably going to be it for Wolfshag. Taking a drop here. And
down there. One more right click. Can he get away? No, he's not going to be able to. Very nice job as he's down for 100 seconds. This is going to be the chance for Power of Eagles to turn this around and take thing. As in, there are 1 tier 2 left here on middle. Can they start to...
And the data is now
Looking
completed as well. They do have a buyback as well as on the Shadow Fiend. This is really big. And
Well, actually, they don't have the buyback. Buyback's off in 2 minutes, 40 seconds.
oh, I'm sorry.
So this is basically for them an all or nothing push.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Will they get all or will they get nothing?
with the Shadow Fiend being up and Storm Spirit, I mean, he needs to buy. Yeah, there we go. Buy Boots of Travel. Is that going to be it for the? Yeah, that's going to be Witch Doctor's going to drop as well. So.
A little bit too far, and this may be a huge throw coming out right now, coming up from Meepo. We do see the Soul Spirit going to jump forward with those Boots of Travel. Looks like they're going to go for some tier 3s. So still down for another 50 seconds along that Witch Doctor. They're definitely going to lose 1 set of racks.
I think they need to go for Throne. They need to go for Throne. Or at least kill the Latian. They do get
He
off
gets
the...
hacked immediately. In the meanwhile, though, we do see the Invoker doing huge amounts of damage. Can the Invoker 1 versus 5?
And Juicy Swap again. Ulti gets used. Could be it for All Nate. Going to be taking a lot of damage here and doing the damage to the Brewlings, and he's going to take a drop here. Yeah, that's it.
He's going to go down right now. And
Yeah.
that Invoker just came in, saved the Brewmaster, and just slammed people in the face. You see the Sorcerer did manage to dodge that Soul Strike. Very nice job by him, but that's going to basically be their best chance to win the game right there, but they only took a tier 3.
Yes, that was a good hold by Invoker. I think they underestimated how much damage he did, and had they waited or spread their forces a bit thinner, like maybe just sacking the Vengeful and then waiting for them to go in again with a BKB on a Shadow Fiend, that could have been a lot better fight, but they still have BKBs and stuff like that. They're pretty good to go, I think. Even, I mean, Meepo is...
It's a 4 versus 5 right now. Meepo is
You see
back in action.
actually a Reaver being picked up by Shadow Fiend, trying to attack up even more. I think he needs damage still, like a Deso or a...
I don't think there's that much tankability. It looks like he wants to go for a Satanic.
Satanic. Yeah, okay. I think he's going to get disabled before he gets to use it,
Yeah,
but...
that's the problem. There's just so much disable on this side of Rats with on among Rats. We do see that it looks like Meepo gonna start taking out these many racks. The fortification is gonna get popped, but the Bristleback is still down for another 40 seconds. Can they defend? We do see Stone kind of just standing up a little bit further, and Meepo
Oh,
is
is that a bait?
About.
That's just going to be overdying. He's just dead. And,
That's going to be 3 for nothing, or 2 for nothing right there. As we see Storm is going to get hexed up. Can he get taken out before he gets comes back up? Yes, he will be able to. Meepo just go absolutely ham right now. One up, desperately trying this BKB, but it's not going to work. 1 versus 5. That is going to be everyone down, and surely this is going to be the end of the game right now.
that was unfortunate for Radiant.
Dire's top tower is
Damn.
under attack.
Damn.
Just seeing right now the power of Meepo, the GGs
Juicy
all
GG
gonna
well
get
played,
come
and
out, and
Radiant's
It's gonna be it, boys.
There's a few mistakes coming out there coming from Honor Among Rats. They spent a lot of their time maybe pushing a bit too aggressively and almost lost the game there in the late game with the Meepo dying back effectively. But either way, that is going to be a Honor Among Rats winner. They're going to continue onwards, where they're going to be facing up against the Pornography.
Yes.
Bracket semi-finals, who will then go up against, let's have a quick look ski. They go up against either my buttons up. Whoever they are.
Whoever they are.
Obscene Gaming going up against Grizzly Bears.
Yes.
Electronic Grizzly. Whoever wins that will go up against them, or whoever loses that will go up against either Pornography or Among Rats. That took a while to say, a very simple thing. Either way, though, this will be basically casting with the Maker. here on Rasmus TV. If you've enjoyed what we've done, you can definitely follow us on Hitbox, as well as on Twitch TV, Twitter, and Facebook.
And yes, that's it. Yes, we're gonna be having another match, I think, shortly.
Yep, it's going to be our last match of the night. It's going to be Honor Among Rats going up against Pornography. At least I think that.
I think that's true,
I don't know
right?
if it's happening. Anyway, though, I do thank you all for watching, and we'll see if there's another match coming up and keep you updated.